I am so excited to show the world this beautiful temple.
Dramatic transformation on Temple Square marks more than 5 years of renovation and new construction progress.
We have hundreds of people on site every day, and over the past few years, we've been able to experience over 4 million personnel hours.
While several important parts of the overall project have reached completion, the focal point of the renovation is this seismic upgrade.
The seismic work has been very difficult. That's part of what's taking us a long time.
The seismic upgrade project, now entering final stages of completion, has achieved a major milestone.
We have been able to successfully load the historic temple onto its new foundations.
This means new footings which hold the base isolators, these bearing-like components that limit the temple's movement during an earthquake, are now in place.
That's the footing part. The upper foundation is the transfer girder that the temple is sitting on. It's also separated from the earth, which is another big milestone for us.
To illustrate the point, our cameras captured daylight beneath the temple that once rested on its original foundation and soil, now suspended on new footings.
We are separated from the ground, and we're monitoring the system to let the kind of ground recover, kind of an equilibrium state where we have a lot of monitoring down low.
This monitoring station of dozens of gauges keeps track of settling.
We have a lot of visual monitoring, thousands of data points around the temple. At any time, we can lift any of these isolators or deflate another isolator.
This process keeps the temple level as it adjusts to thousands of metric tons resting on its new footings and base isolators. To complete the seismic upgrade project, post-tensioning cables like these are pulled to a staggering 500,000 pounds of pressure from the temple's roof to its base and horizontally from wall to wall.
We'll be able to tension those cables and really tie the top of the temple down to its new foundation.
This achievement made possible by another crucial step, vertical coring, a meticulous 2.5-year process that bored out the holes for these bundled cables.
We're actually threading the cables through those holes into the anchor beams that we're casting in the open space below the new foundation.
Transferring the load, the weight of the entire stone structure onto the base isolators allows us now to focus on finishing out the rest of the work.
This focus includes the moat-like gap around the temple.
Just like a castle has a moat, the historic structure has a moat also.
It allows the temple to move up to 5 feet in any direction when an earthquake happens.
Multi-axial corridors, or MAC units, are installed at main entrances and exits of the historic temple, designed to flex in 4 directions during a seismic event.
Meaning that I can move in and out, left and right, and up and down just a little bit at all times. And it wraps the corridor so that the occupants, when they're walking through, don't even know they're walking through a seismic joint cover.
We have 5 total MAC units on the project. The one at the Grand Hall, where we're standing right now, is the largest that has ever been produced by the supplier.
The MAC unit in the Grand Hall will be virtually undetectable, featuring high-end finishes including chandeliers, wood flooring, millwork, and of course, the grand staircase.
One of the main goals of all expansion joints is so that every day, no one knows they're there.
Moat covers, designed like an accordion, cap the MAC units.
It's a giant steel plate system that sits on top of the moat. If the earthquake happens, that moat cover will move horizontally, and so the base isolated portion of the temple will move, and that will slide like this.
When completed, the moat system will be covered with these decorative pavers.
The only thing you'll see is a small stainless steel band that is perfectly aligned to the entire paver pattern of the plaza.
Other areas of the renovation progressing well include the South Guest Pavilions, the temple entry buildings, and the ceiling addition on the north side of the temple.
What this also has allowed us to do is to go vertical with the new ceiling addition, which is slightly larger than it was before to accommodate the increased patron usage.
Finish work is moving forward in all areas of the temple.
When I come in, I first see the whole room as a composition. I'm just stunned by all the details.
In the Celestial Room, a family of artists uses generations-old decorative painting expertise to restore Pioneer-era moldings, cornices, and pendants to their original splendor.
Not only am I carrying on my family's tradition in such a real way, but I'm carrying on the tradition of the pioneers who were able to make something so beautiful.
It's amazing to be working as a family and being together and traveling on the road together, and it's been such an honor to be part of something bigger than us.
They're also enhancing the sacred space by applying the rare technique of gold leafing, which requires incredible skill to apply the ultra-thin sheets of 23-karat gold.
Gold is a precious metal. There's a purity to it. The yellow golden color adds emphasis to the warmth of the space. But the idea of purity in gold plays a symbolic role as well as an aesthetic role.
As progress continues with the historic temple, newly renovated areas are now open to the public. These include the church office building plaza, Main Street Plaza, the lobby and mezzanine of the Joseph Smith Memorial Building, which features the new Garden Restaurant, and the northwest and southwest corners of Temple Square.
We are working 6 days a week and sometimes close to almost 20 hours a day to provide this gift to the world.